I have no idea if this work is working. I hope so. Hello, my beautiful friends. Happy St. Patrick's Day weekend. Actually, St. Patrick's Day is tomorrow. But it is the high holy season of bagpiping. So I've been pretty busy every weekend and busy later today. But I wanted to stop in and wish all of you, Slancha, happy St. Patrick's Day. So, it's interesting. In the United States, we really blow St. Patrick's Day out of proportion. And I'm not too sure how St. Patrick would actually feel about that because St. Patrick, if you know anything about his story, um, he was actually English, and he was captured when he was about 16 um, uh, by pirates and sold as a slave, and worked in Ireland as a shepherd as a slave, and was in this remote, area tending the flock, and he really became close to God, and he prayed, and he said if he ever was able to escape and get back home, he would devote his life to God. And he did that. And then he devoted his life to going back to Ireland, where he was held captive, and helping to bring Christianity to those people. So, St. Patrick, the three Celtic saints, the major Celtic saints, St. Patrick, St. Columba, and St. Bridget, um, his story is amazing, and St. Patrick's breastplate. There's so much on the internet. I'll have some links below for you to check out more about St. Patrick's history. I'm not so sure that the drinking and the big partying. I'm not so sure St. Patrick would approve of all that, but the way that it gets confused is that brewing of beer was standard in Celtic culture because it was a standard drink, just like it is in Germany, and as soda is today. So all three saints, Saint Patrick, Saint Columba, and Saint Bridget, are all known for brewing. Because beer was part of the diet. So I don't know if that's where the partying comes from, or if we just want a day to celebrate spring. It usually falls right around the spring equinox, and so it's a non-religious way to honor the equinox. I don't know, but I think St. Patrick's lesson is really one of grace and forgiveness, right? So he escapes from slavery, goes back home, devotes his life to God, and then chooses to go back to where he was held captive, to bring them light and love. Right now, how many of us would go back to a place that had treated us so wrongly, to bring light and love? What a great example we have in St. Patrick. And in these times of great division, and in the times that we live now of polarized political environments, Patrick chose to go back over to those who enslaved him, to bring peace and to bring the message of God, of light and love. So such an inspirational example. And I play at a lot of parties. I yesterday I had 7 things that I went to that I played at. I have like 3 today. I have 2 tomorrow. I have more next weekend. And I always try to remember not to lose sight of the message of light and love that Patrick brought. So, there's a little bit of from my my philosophical Druidic background, there's a little bit of, he conquered the Druids, and he drove out the snakes. There are no snakes in Ireland. There never were, so there weren't any to drive out. And the Druids, Columba, and the different, they didn't conquer them. That was the Romans, but they melded the cultures together, which is why you see so many pagan practices infused into like Christian holidays like Christmas and Easter, the Easter Bunny, things like that. So there wasn't a conquering as much as a melding, and so I think it's important to put credit where credit is due, but also not to perpetuate myths and lies that have been spread through history. So all of it's fascinating. I'm going to put some links below so that you can read up on it if you're interested. But the bottom line is that St. Patrick was spreading light and love, and that is a message that I can get behind. So I am wishing you all the very best on this St. Patrick's Day. Be well. Take care. Bye-bye.